James had a happy childhood growing up in the city with his loving parents. His father worked hard to provide for the family, while his mother was always there to care for him. They had a comfortable life filled with family outings, holidays, and laughter. James felt secure in the warmth of their home, believing that nothing could go wrong. However, one day, everything changed. He overheard his parents arguing, and it wasn't just a simple disagreement. His father had discovered that his mother had been unfaithful. The once happy home was torn apart. Shortly after, his parents divorced, and James found himself caught between two households. At first, both his mother and father promised that they would always be there for him, that nothing between them and him would change. But as time passed, things did. His mother remarried first, followed by his father. Soon, James found himself with step-siblings in both homes. At first, he tried to fit in, but he noticed quickly how his parents' attention shifted. Whenever his step-siblings needed something, new clothes, toys, or money for school trips, his parents were quick to help. But when James asked for anything, he was always met with excuses. "I don't have money right now," or "Aren't you content with what I've already given you?" were common responses. It hurt James deeply, feeling like an outsider in his own family. Each visit to his mother or father only deepened that sense of isolation. It was clear that his parents had moved on, more focused on their new families than on him. James felt like a burden, like he didn't belong in either household. The weight of that neglect pressed down on him until one day, after years of enduring the cold indifference, James made a life-changing decision. He packed his belongings and moved in with his grandparents, who lived in a small, cozy house just outside the city. From the moment he arrived, James felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: genuine love and warmth. His grandparents welcomed him with open arms, making him feel valued and supported. They encouraged him to pursue his education, helped him through the challenges of growing up, and most importantly, gave him the emotional care his parents never did. With their love and guidance, James excelled, eventually finishing college with honors. But life had more challenges ahead. One tragic day, his grandparents were involved in a car accident. James rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. They hadn't survived. Overwhelmed with grief, James struggled to cope with their sudden loss. In the midst of mourning, he received a call from a lawyer, informing him that his grandparents had left him their entire estate, including $200 million. James was stunned. The money was overwhelming, but it could never replace the love he had lost. Still, it provided him with security for the future. Not long after, his parents, both of whom had barely spoken to him in years, suddenly appeared at his doorstep. They apologized, begging for forgiveness and asking to be part of his life again. But James saw through their act. He knew their sudden interest in him was driven by his newfound fortune, not by genuine remorse. James stood firm. He thanked them for their apologies, but made it clear that the love and support he needed had come from his grandparents. With the lessons they had instilled in him, he moved forward in life, using his wealth to help others, ensuring he would never become like his parents. In the end, James found peace and happiness, but from the love and strength his grandparents had given him, allowing him to live a life filled with purpose and kindness. Thank you for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe for more stories to come.